Traders in the building, welcome back to another video, welcome back to the channel. Today we are back again with another weekly analysis, and I'll be analyzing for you guys the dollar index, gold, US30 and US100. And in front of us we have the dollar index, and we'll start with that since it's the first on the watch list. What do I see on the dollar index for the week that is coming? It's easy. I'm expecting a bullish market, and the reason for that is, number one, we are in a bullish trend. It's very important to note that the trend is bullish. Though the structure on a smaller time frame might be going down, overall we are in a bullish trend. That's number one. Number two is the reason that we are above a level of sensitivity. We are above this level of support over here, and so as you can see, price has been failing to break below this area for quite some time now. It's been over 6 months. Price that is failing to break that area. So last week I did think it was gonna break, and as you can see, it closed just above, so it just wigged on that area and it went back above that area. So there's no reason to look for sales, so I'm expecting further buyers, continuation up to that resistance over there, right? So those are my two reasons. Now, how can you take advantage of this market over here? It's easy. Go to the daily time frame or a smaller time frame that you prefer, because you've already seen that on a higher time frame you are bullish. Now when you go to a smaller time frame, all you want is for your entries. So if you look at on the daily time frame, you will notice that, okay, we do have a minor resistance at this area over here, right? We are at that area. Chances are price could break, could come back down from a double bottom over here, and you could buy from there. Or another possibility is price could break this area of resistance over there, come for a retest, and on the retest, that's where you would enter for those buys. Other than that, man, there's nothing more, there's nothing less on the dollar index. That's what I'm seeing. We are bullish on this particular instrument according to my analysis. Now going to gold, the next pair of the day. So I'm bearish on gold, and I'll explain why to you guys. Let's do like this. Okay, as you can see, man, this is the gold chart on a monthly time frame, right? You notice that we do have a resistant trend line over here, and now price is there for the third time. Actually, not even there, it just came from that resistance over there, and clearly price, anytime it gets there, it rejects. As you can see with these arrows over there, the red arrows, that price, anytime it gets there, it likes to reject. And so until price can break that high, I am not anticipating anything else but sells. So until price can break that resistance, we should be looking for sells strictly. That's my reason number one. And reason number two is that because obviously the trend line you can see here, from here drove for the first touch, and the second touch over here, third touch over here, fourth touch over there. So price, anytime it gets to the trend line, it rejects. So I'm expecting again that it's going to reject, as it always do, right? But how can you take advantage of this move going to the downside? It's easy. Go to the daily time frame or the smaller time frame that you prefer, and check this out. So this is what I am expecting on this particular market. That price can either come back down just a little bit before it can drop, or because it's already dropped from that resistance on a very smaller time frame. If you go to a 15 minutes time frame, you can look for a break and retest going to the downside, because clearly price is below an area of sensitivity. It is below this support. You notice here it was a support before, support, and when it got broken, it became a resistance. Obviously, clearly resistance, and we are there again. So there's no point for us to continue looking for buyers when the market is clearly indicating bearishness. And remember, another tip is that whenever the dollar index is bullish, gold is bearish, and whenever the dollar index is bearish, gold is bullish. And I'll explain that. If you want me to explain on the comment section, you can just comment what do I mean by that, and I'll explain with you guys. But let's move on to the third pair of the day, which is the US30. US30, I'm still bullish, and I've been saying this to you guys. Or rather, let's start with the NASDAQ pair. I like to end with the US30. The NASDAQ pair, still I'm bullish on it. Going to the monthly time frame. So as you can see, man, the analysis here is pretty straightforward. It's easy. It's an uptrend, right? You have your first touch here, second touch here, and that's what the third touch, obviously. And as you can see, when price got to this support over here, without hesitation, it went up. And now I like to say, if price bounces off a support, it's most likely going to go and reject at a resistance. Price never just goes randomly nowhere and just reject nowhere. It's like most likely if we have a support over here, a resistance over here, and a support here, if price bounces off here, it's going to go there. Most likely it's going to get there. So that's exactly what I'm seeing on the NASDAQ pair, is that we did come from this support over here, and the nearest resistance that I see is this one, the highest we've been on this instrument. And I've been saying for the past weeks, if you can go back and watch the other videos, I've been saying we are bullish, and I'll continue saying we are bullish until we can reach that high over there. But how can you take advantage of this movement going up? It's easy. Again, go to a smaller smaller time frame, your daily time frame, or the time frame that you prefer, and look for something easy, either a pattern going to the upside, or like the way I like it, a break and retest to the upside. So as you can see, we did have a resistance over here, and our price clearly broke that resistance, and it's looking to come to retest. On the retest over here, that's where you can buy that particular market. However, there is a possibility that price could not even come back down. Maybe it could just go ahead and break those highs. As soon as it breaks this high, you await a retest on that high, and you continue with those buys. But you can see, man, we are almost at the resistance, so you can expect anything really. The market is most likely going to go up, but if it ever happens that price then ends up breaking below this area of support, again a retest, and then we can sell this market. But overall, I am bullish on this instrument until we can reach that high over there. That's all I have on the US100 instrument. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. Let's go to the last pair of the day, US30. Let's go to the monthly time frame. Simple. Another simple explanation for this one is that we are in a bullish trend, and luckily finally we broke the range that we've been caught up on. If you notice here, there was a minor range, but if you go to a daily time frame, it's a big range that price was caught up in. But last week we did see that price got enough momentum to break above, and now we are targeting that price is gonna go and continue and reach those highs before we can expect anything, either a break above and a retest continuation, or a rejection from that resistance. This was a clean resistance over here, and when price broke it, it did come here, and without hesitation it bought, right? And like I always say, when price buys from a support, it's most likely going to go and reject from a resistance. So until price gets there, I am not looking for sells, but rather buys strictly on this particular instrument. Can you take advantage of those moves to go into the upside? It's easy. You go to the daily time frame again, or the time frame that you prefer. I like these higher time frames because you get to see things on a higher perspective, and the only time you go to a smaller time frame is when you want entries. And like as you can see, it's already indicated here. Like last week I did say price it was gonna buy. I was expecting buys from that area on, not even because I know how to predict price, it's simply because I know how to follow price. It was a crazy range in this area. Anytime price got there, it failed. But now, because I saw that price was no longer coming into this low, but instead it created a new low over here, I knew for a fact, not even for a fact, I just knew that if I can follow price, chances are we are gonna break that resistance over there, and we did. And so how can you take advantage for the week that is coming? Easy. I wait a retest on this area, and then on the retest you can buy price up to that high over there. That's all I have for you guys for this week. If you like this video, do comment down below what you liked about it. If you have questions, do comment down below. Other than that, man, thank you so much for the love and support. Let's meet in another video next week, same time, same place. I love you guys.